Hello Sagittarius, and welcome to your reading for the period of June 11th through 24th, 2024. This is a reading if you are Sagittarius Sun, Sagittarius Moon, Sagittarius Rising, or have another significant Sag placement in your chart. If you're new to this channel, welcome. It's good to have you. If you're returning, welcome back. If you do like this video, hit the thumbs up. If you want to continue to get access to these videos, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any. In addition to tarot readings, I do a daily morning coffee with Breege, which is live on Instagram. Links to my Instagram and to my website and my services are down in the description box below. But every day at 6:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, I will do a morning coffee with Breege, as it's called, and then I will do a reading for the day at the end of that live stream. And if you are not on Instagram or if you miss it, I also will show this live stream. I usually upload them here to YouTube. So check all of those out if you are interested. This reading is going to be done according to the 12 houses of astrology, which is the way I usually like to read when I like to get the big picture on something. So we have a big picture reading here, and I will tell you the position of the house, and I'll also explain to you what the cards mean within the context of that house. So, okay. So first house for you, Sag, is the Aries house. This has to do with your personality, how you present yourself to the world, your ego identity, how people see you. Okay, so we have Lotus with the Prince of Cups. So this is definitely a very calm, relaxed, much more emotional and receptive kind of energy. King of Cups is an energy, Prince of Cups in this deck, but it's the energy of love, and it can also just be the energy of happiness, emotional satisfaction, leisure time, taking some time out to just be happy, enjoy life. And with the Lotus card, there's definitely this feeling of keeping the mind calm. So if you have been rather intense and rather frenetic lately, and you say, well, gee, this doesn't feel like the way I am right now, then this may be telling you that might be a good thing for you to do right now, is to take things down a notch, spend some time enjoying yourself, relaxing, and just having a chance to relax and enjoy your feelings right now, because I feel this is a very happy vibe to this. And from what I'm seeing in this reading, I feel like just my first glance at it when I laid it out was that this actually looks like a very, very good reading. So I think you have some good reasons to be happy right now. Your second house is the Taurus house. This has to do with your finances. And you have the Sirius card with adjustment. Now, adjustment in this deck, this is also the Justice card. So it does seem to me like you have been maybe trying to find new ways to make money. Maybe you've been doing a balancing act. Sometimes adjustment comes up when we've had money coming through legal contracts or something like that. That is possible for some people. But I feel like you may be trying to keep things in balance lately, taking a little bit of the rough with the smooth here with the Sirius card. And maybe even coming to some truths with regard to your money recently as well. That is also possible. With the legal things, it could also be that you have set something up, maybe setting up a 401k or some kind of a thing, or maybe some people create a will or do something like that. You can have this card show up because there may be something legal connected to money here. But generally speaking, I feel like you have been trying to balance things, maybe finding new ways to bring in income. And Sirius definitely encourages thinking outside the box and doing things in new ways. We're moving into this Aquarian energy. Sirius is that Aquarian energy. And there's definitely a sense here that rather than doing the same old grind, this has been the message that I've gotten the last couple of weeks. Instead of doing the same old grind, we want to think about new ways to bring in income and new ways to provide security for ourselves. For some people, too, this could mean working in new technologies, AI, things like that. I mean, Sirius definitely has to do with future thinking technologies as well. So that's a possibility there for maybe some people, not necessarily everybody. Third house is Gemini energy. So this is about communications, messages. If you're self-employed, that would be an aspect of this house. If you have siblings, this would be about brother-sister relationships. And this can also be about travel in terms of short distance travel, not long trips. Now we have Isis with the Queen of Discs. Okay, so I feel like, now there's a strong maternal energy with this, so I don't know if someone's communicating with mom here. That could be the case. But whatever it is, there's definitely a sense, this is definitely a very strong compassionate energy. It's about compassion, nurturing, caring. And with the Queen of Discs, this is very strong earth energy. And this is definitely also centered around eating right, exercising, good nutrition, things like that. Having that sense of security. So you may be, I don't know. Again, we have this real strong chill out energy in the first house. So I don't know if some of you are going for a massage, or if you're going to, take a spa day, doing something to engage in self-care, something to help improve your health, whether it be your mental health or your physical health. But there seems to be something around that. Maybe some of you are actually in business doing something like this. Maybe some of you are involved with this. Because another aspect of Sirius over here, sometimes Sirius shows up when we are making money from something connected to sports or personal training, or something connected to the body. So it's quite possible that there's things going on connected to the body. If not, then I would suggest that there's a strong feminine energy here. So in the house of connection, I don't know if this is somebody who is helping you with business or a business situation, or whether this is just somebody who you've been in contact with recently. I don't know. Again, there's a strong mother vibe to this card. So there definitely feels like, or somebody who is providing you with some kind of a sense of security. So take that as it resonates, but this seems to be significant right now. Okay, fourth house is Cancer energy. Cancer is about your home, your family, your physical home, your sense of being at home, your sense of security, and your ancestral ties and your roots, and the mother in particular. Okay, so we have Princess of Wands with the Crook and Flail. So that's interesting. Crook and Flail in the home sector with the Princess of Wands. Now, this is very similar to the Page of Wands card, so there's a lot of fiery energy, there's a lot of enthusiasm. And seeing it with this energy of using your resources, this is a card definitely of authority, of having authority, of being recognized for something, and of having, just somebody that people look to either as an expert in something, or as, or just the idea of having an increase in social status or visibility, okay? And so this is about, so maybe you've got some new ideas about increasing your visibility for something. If you're somebody who works from home, then this definitely would make sense. Otherwise, this may be connected to the family, or maybe even someone in your family is trying to increase their visibility. Who knows? But there's definitely a sense here of somebody who's got some kind of a plan to make something more visible. If you're trying to sell your house, then that maybe literally would have to do with your home. But like I said, this could be you, or this could be a family member, or maybe for some reason you're looking to be recognized among family members, or maybe, I don't know. The other possibility here too is that we could have, sometimes the Crook and Flail can indicate legal matters going on. So again, given that I saw adjustment over here, for some of you, maybe there's some legalities where you're either buying a home or selling a home, or maybe involved in some kind of legacies or something with a family. I mean, that's always possible, but nonetheless, there's definitely this energy of making new plans and doing new things. So I don't know. I mean, this could be some of you closing on a new house. Take it as it resonates here, but there's definitely this new energy, and this energy of either increase in recognition, or there's some legal matter connected to the home. Maybe somebody's just sold their mother's home. I don't know. Maybe that's where the communications come in. In any case, let's look at the fifth house here. This is Leo energy. Leo is about creativity, children, love affairs, particularly. Leo is also a house of recognition. Okay, so we have Osiris with the Two of Swords. So I feel like there's some kind of a situation here. Now, this could be related to a child. It could be related to a love affair too, or something you're working on. Again, take it as it resonates for you. If you're a person married, or you're just somebody not looking for love, that aspect won't apply. If you don't have kids, that won't apply. But there's definitely a sense that somebody has to make a decision. There's some kind of a truce or a stalemate, or at least right now there's a period of time where no action is happening on something. You feels like something's at an impasse here when you have the two swords. So if this has to do with love, then it could be a situation, where, again, there's this idea of stability here. This is, in fact, your own energy. Osiris is often equated with Sagittarius energy. But It's very, but there's definitely this idea of something stable and solid and secure. You know, and again, the first house here, we have Lotus. We have this idea of finding balance. There's kind of this theme here of trying to take care of the body, trying to find balance, trying to find a place of peace. And maybe this is true also with regard to either children or with a love situation. Or if you are working on something, maybe right now there's not a whole lot of movement going on, something's not moving ahead. However, when the Two of Swords shows up, it does seem to indicate that at some point a decision has to be made about something. The period of 2 months is coming into my head. Maybe that applies for somebody. But I feel like, yeah, there's some kind of a solid or stable situation right now with either something you're working on or with something connected to a child or to a lover, if that applies. But whatever it is, I feel like there's some kind of an impasse. You're not in a bad place. You are in a very stable and secure place, but something is going to have to change at some point. Sixth house, we have Virgo energy. So this is about health and healing, worries and anxieties. It can also have to do with jobs. So if you are working for somebody as opposed to working for yourself, as we see in the third house, this could be about any kind of employment you have for somebody else. Okay, so we have Thoth with the Six of Cups. Okay, and the Six of Cups definitely points to the past or a past situation, and Thoth has a very strong karmic feel to it. Now, if we're talking about health, Thoth is a card of health. Often it has to do with spiritual healing, but there definitely seems to be the sense there could be a sense that somebody is in recovery from something. There's a strong medical vibe, as we can see with the caduceus image here, that there's a strong sense maybe somebody's been to the doctor recently. And again, the fact that we have this past energy, I don't know if this is connected with, you know, I don't know, maybe that's the communications, that maybe somebody's mother or sister or somebody like that is maybe been dealing with or dealing with a child, because sometimes this is child energy. There could be a child maybe who's been sick, in which case what this would mean is that there's, you know, whatever's going on, that it seems to be at a stable place right now, where it's, you know, where things are not necessarily only getting better, but not necessarily getting worse. Like things seem to be, or just things just seem to be secure where they are. If they're better, then they're going to stay that way. If it has to do with a job, then there definitely seems to be the sense of somebody doing you a good turn, like maybe somebody from the past who's going to be able to come in and maybe potentially offer you something or help you out with something. I don't know. There's definitely, if we're not dealing with a health issue or a child specifically, then there's definitely, there can be a sense here with this that we are, that the timing is important in whatever it is that we're concerned about and whatever it is we're trying to solve. And there may be somebody from the past who is going to actually help us solve whatever problems we're having right now. The healing could even just be emotional healing. The fact that we're seeing the need for emotional healing here in the first house, maybe that's what the situation is. Maybe there definitely seems to be this sense of trying to create stability and a new plan that's going to create stability here, even if it means no movement for right now. And there may be this revisiting of the past or a past situation or a past person. All of this is here, but I feel like there's maybe a past situation that's coming. It's coming up time for it to be resolved, or you're just waiting for the right time to act or to do something. Okay, seventh house. This is Libra energy. Libra has to do with partnerships. So marriages, business partnerships, any kind of contractual or legal relationship. This has a very strong commitment factor, whereas the fifth house relationships are more unlegalized or not necessarily, you know, they could be more casual. Okay, so we have the Magus with the twins. Okay, so for some people, okay, this definitely, if you're somebody who is asking about a partner and whether or not this partner is going to end up, if you're going to end up in a long-term committed relationship, this definitely points to a long-term committed relationship in the seventh house. Okay. Now, if that's not, it can also just be the importance of your partner or a spouse or a business partner. It does seem like there's somebody who's very important here. The fact that we're seeing all this emotional vulnerability and need for calming the mind here. Maybe this is somebody who is kind of a strength to you. The Magician here indicates is a very active card. It's about manifesting things. It's Mercury. It's about communication. Okay, it's the first house here. So I don't know. This could be action taken towards a partner or with a partner, or it could just be indicating a situation. If this represents a relationship that exists where there's a stalemate, there definitely seems to be the encouragement here of taking action or having a conversation or communicating may move a situation forward. We definitely have this idea of a partnership that's important here for manifesting something that's going on in your life right now. Okay, 8th house, Scorpio energy. Scorpio is about transformation, so it's about endings and beginnings. It can be about joint finances. Okay, we have the Princess of Swords with the Sphinx. Okay, interesting combination. I saw this at the center of the reading for Scorpio. And there's the sense here that there's stuff going on that you don't know about. It's like a matter of, we're going through a process of uncovering, and you're not getting the information from a very direct source. Princess of Swords is like the Page of Swords, so it's where we have to learn things indirectly. I mean, at its worst, the Page of Swords is a card of gossip and scandal and things like that. But I feel more like this is trying to solve a problem or to be dealing with recent changes. There's a sense of excavation here. And the fact that we have the Six of Cups here, yeah, there seems to be a whole lot about turning to the past. Maybe even there's going to be a professional involved in this here too. Sometimes this is just somebody else who's in authority who comes in. I don't know. Maybe some of you are starting therapy or something. Who knows? But there's something here about uncovering things, or maybe even conversations that are going to be had, but that somehow there's a very indirect energy here. Like there's stuff going on in the background or in the environment that may be affecting a situation that you don't know about right now. As a piece of advice, this certainly would be saying to pay attention to information that's not just what's right in front of your face and obvious. And this would be suggesting to wait and see before you take any action on something. Sphinx is definitely a wait and see card. I feel like there's more information coming in about something here. And the Princess of Swords is sometimes also called, at least in one of the books that I follow, called the Mood Fighter card sometimes. So this could be that you have periods where you're feeling optimistic about things, maybe periods where you feel discouraged and down. And again, this is the Mood Fighter card, so it's strong air energy, so there may be a lot of intellect that you need to apply to not let yourself kind of fall into a funk. Maybe this is why, again, it's telling you calming the mind and just allowing yourself to relax and enjoy where you are right now may be a thing. But yeah, it definitely seems like there's some hidden factor here that's coming into play. Okay, 9th house is Sag energy. This is your own energy. This is Jupiter, so it's expansion. So it's long distance travel. This house has to do with higher education and higher ed institutions. It can have to do with spirituality and faith and institutions connected to that. I feel like this house also has to do with independence and freedom, and sometimes legal matters can come up in conjunction with this house too. Okay, so we have Bast with the Hermit. So yeah, there's definitely the Hermit. Okay, the Hermit definitely is a card about consulting inner wisdom or having a mentor or a guide who can guide you through a wise process. So there's definitely a strong spiritual bent to this card. So you maybe you've been practicing meditation, or maybe you've maybe part of what's going on here is maybe you're working with someone who is mentoring you, maybe from a more of a spiritual coaching perspective. This could also be you just taking time out by yourself, because the Hermit is a bit of a loner card. So you maybe just be taking time out to consult your own inner wisdom. Maybe you are doing your own researches and things right now. And with Bast, again, this is the happiness card. This is the card of recognition. So I feel like there's a sense of wanting to be recognized for what you do, or there is this need to connect with others. But we're still seeing this idea of withdrawal and aloneness. So I feel like, I don't know, you may be just taking some time out here to get in touch with your intuition and getting in touch with how you really feel about something. And you may be diving into areas of study, either spiritual areas of study about the bigger questions, or maybe there's just something else you're learning about that maybe has the potential here to expand your horizons. You may do, the fact that we're seeing this energy down here in the 3rd house, which is opposite, I don't know, maybe you are going to get away and take some time out for a little retreat for yourself. So yeah, take that as it resonates for you. Okay, 10th house. This is Capricorn energy. Capricorn is career, fame, reputation, can also have to do with the father. Oh, and this is so interesting. Okay, you have the Prince of Wands here with the Earth card. Okay, now the reason I say this is interesting is because in the direct opposite house, this is the house of the father, the house of the mother, you have the Princess of Wands. So you have the Prince and Princess of Wands. You have a matched set here. So I don't know if this has to do with somebody's parents, if you have parents who are fire signs, or you, because you're a fire sign too, Sag, but if these are other people that are connected here. Prince of Wands actually has strong king energy, so this is really about being ambitious and going after what you want and being financially successful doing so, okay? There's definitely this idea of money coming in. And again, we see money down here. If you're in your own business, there definitely seems to be the sense that finances will be improving if they have not been good. But yeah, there's definitely a lot of ambition here. And the fact that we're seeing all these plans here, this is about bringing those plans to fruition. So maybe there's something starting with the mother here and ending with the father. I don't know. That might make sense for some people. Now, remember, this is the house of Saturn and Earth. It's Capricorn and it's an Earth sign. So Earth can also be about, quality over quantity. There may be this sense of doing something very slow and steady and not rushing into things. The fact that we're seeing sort of this house of expansion with this would also be about handling things with wisdom and caution rather than just recklessly diving in. But the Prince of Wands, you see him like rushing in his chariot here. This isn't really the Knight energy, because the Knight energy is the energy that is sort of reckless and just kind of goes for it without really thinking. This is somebody who knows what they're doing and where they're going. So, yeah, this is definitely bodes well for career. And like I said, if I look at it here as this matched set, there definitely seems to be this idea of recognition. And this is a house of legacy, so this has a lot to do with what you may be leaving for others. And it doesn't necessarily mean like a financial legacy per se. It can just be whatever work you're doing that people are going to remember you for. So, yeah, very positive stuff there. Let's look at your 11th house. This is Aquarius energy. Aquarius is about your friendships, your social networks. It can be about your hopes and wishes and your goals, and also your destiny. And wow, Ace of Discs with Wing Disc. Okay, Wing Disc is, in this house, is wishes granted, okay? So whatever you're trying to accomplish right now, and maybe this is about establishing a new sense of security, maybe this is about a new job, maybe this is about a new relationship, whatever it is, it's something that's something new that's happening that's going to make you feel established and secure. It's going to happen and it's going to be successful. Wing Disc in this house, yeah, whatever you're trying to do, you're going to get there. Okay, that's the basic message of this house. It could be with the help of friends, but whatever it is, it's just, yeah, there's definitely new beginnings on the horizon, and these feel like either it's a new source of income, a new job, or something new that's going to provide you with a sense of security. So, so very good news there. Okay, 12th house, Pisces energy, your house of self-undoing. And this is the house where where things that we may be repressing a little bit, things we don't show to people, where our fears and doubts may be, where we may lack clarity, maybe have to rely more on intuitive knowing. Okay, so we have Scarab with the Debauch card. So when Scarab shows up in the 12th house, there is profound change going on a spiritual level. And the fact that you have Sphinx over here in the 8th house, this says to me that, yeah, you have somebody's been doing a lot of work here. Somebody, like I said, it might be therapy, it might be other spiritual work here, but somebody is really, somebody is about to transform. Somebody's hitting a new stride here. And with the 7 of Cups, there could be this is a very ungrounded energy. It's interesting that this is in the house of Pisces, because this could be an energy of the traditional 7 of Cups. It's like almost like there's too many possibilities, too many opportunities. There's a need to get one's feet on the ground and see what's real and what's not real. So there could be right now in this new beginning, there could be a sense of a lot of different possibilities, but it's going to be getting to that point of deciding what can be manifested and what can't. Maybe you're afraid that you're being delusional about something, like, wow, could all this great stuff really be about to come on? Isn't the other shoe going to drop here? But I don't know. It just feels like you are getting yourself in order. You're getting yourself in balance. You're getting your health right. There seems to be relationship support of some type, whether it be a marriage or another type of relationship. There's some areas where things are not moving and where decisions have to be made, but that's okay. Definitely seems like you're ready to go full tilt ahead on career, but maybe you feel like you're pie in the sky or something when this comes up. Or, sometimes this is about being emotionally drained and maybe not showing this to people. But in any case, I mean, this is in the house of self-undoing. So I think it's saying that you don't, you want to keep your feet on the ground, but I also think you don't want to fall into the trap of thinking that if you're getting something or something good is happening for you, that somehow you're delusional about it. The fact that it's showing up in the 12th house, if this was showing up in another more active place, I might say, okay, some opportunity may not be what it seems, or it's pie in the sky. But this really, the fact that it's in the 12th house says to me this is more of a fear than a reality. Okay, now overall, wow, we have fire with the Chariot. Now, of course, this is fire and water together because the Chariot's actually Cancer energy, believe it or not. When we see it, we always think of the Chariot as kind of being like the Knights. It's this fiery, let's move ahead kind of energy. But this is definitely about taking control of things. There could be travel on the horizon with this card. And fire indicates, you're a fire sign. This is definitely about inspiration. There may be events recently that have lit a fire, so to speak. And so you may be prompted now to move towards your dreams and towards your goal. And this is saying that movement is definitely happening. So I feel like these areas where there may be a stalemate or a lack of decision, I think it's going to saying, you're operating from a secure place. It's okay to go ahead and make the decisions that you need to make to move ahead. This is definitely very strong energy for you, for your moving ahead and getting what you want. Okay, so let's draw a Moonology card for you, Sagittarius. June 11th through 24th. What does Sagittarius need to know? Let's see. Oh, here we go. Wow, okay. Someone else has gotten these cards too. Like, I think it was Libra. Okay, so our first card is a time to give rather than take. Okay, new moon in Virgo. So first of all, yes, when I see these cards about nurturing and compassion and things like that, and maybe looking back to childhood, there's definitely a sense here of seeing how you can be of service to others. Sometimes as we do for others, then we don't cling to things so tightly, then that's when things start to manifest for us. This is also a card that says you need to sit down and evaluate what it is you want and what steps you're going to take to get there. Given all the fire energy here, I don't think that's an issue. But there's definitely a sense of, just figure out what it is what you want and don't let yourself be swayed from your path. And we definitely have this new start that is coming. It's the new moon card. So, you've got the ace here, you've got the magician card here, you've got pages, a couple of pages or princesses in this deck here as well. And you've got two prince cards. But there's definitely a sense here that you are definitely, hastening towards something new here. So, so I think if there's, and you see this new beginning back here, this could be a spiritual new beginning. This could be, just a new outlook, a new way of looking at life. And this can also just mean that, potential new relationships, new things going on with career. And maybe dealing with past situations now and finally putting them to bed. And then making these decisions about where you're going. So, so all of this looks really, really good, Sagittarius. I actually think this is all very hopeful. And I think it's telling you that if you have been very anxious lately, that it's time to just take some time out, take care of yourself, and feel that you are, you're definitely in a good position to relax and enjoy life a little bit. So I hope you liked this reading, and I hope it was helpful. If you did, do hit the thumbs up and subscribe if you would like, and hit the notification bell if you have not already. All of that helps this channel to grow and become more visible. Thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful June, and we'll see you towards the end of the month.